Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have seen a quadratic formula somewhere. Maybe you also know how to use it if you are in a grade 11 mathematics already, right? But most of us for sure don't know or have not wondered where it come from, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you where does the quadratic formula come from? How did we come up with such a formula, right? Such an amazing formula in that case. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to agree on one thing. All quadratic equations, basic form is this, ne? It's ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is quadratic equation. And then here we find it basically the x-intercept. We are going to find two x values. That's why I made my y value 0 there. Okay, perfect. To solve for quadratic formula, ladies and gentlemen, we do completing the square. Right. So this is what we're going to do. The first rule that you need to know is that the x squared must be by itself. So we don't need anything in front of the x squared. So we're going to divide everything by a. That is the first step. Everything divided by a. This a will cancel that. So here you're left with x squared plus b over a x plus c over a equals to 0, because 0 divided by a will be 0. Perfect. And then the second rule is you move whatever does not have x to the right. So this guy here doesn't have an x, goes there. So there's x squared plus b over ax. Let me leave a space here because we're going to add something. Let's leave a space. So let's say equals to negative c over a. Okay. And then here, ladies and gentlemen, the third rule is you have to add both sides so that you don't change the meaning of the equation. Then you add bracket squared, you add bracket squared. Then the rule of thumb is this: you take your b. Remember, this is our b in this case, this part here, this part. Right. So we're going to have b over a divided by 2. So we're going to divide this by 2. And then same thing here. You have b, a, and then you are dividing by 2. Let me write it like this. Sorry. So divided by 2. Okay. So I added the same thing both sides of the equation. So I haven't changed the meaning of the original equation. Okay. Let's keep on going. So this simplifies to x squared plus b over ax plus this guy here is basically going to be b over 2a, because this a is basically I have b over a divided by 2, which becomes b over a. Remember, this is 2 over 1, so it's going to be multiplied by 1 over 2, which becomes b over 2a. Do you see it? Sharp. So the bracket becomes b over 2a squared, and then you have minus c over a plus b over 2a squared. All right. Now we need to simplify the brackets. So you have x squared plus b over a x plus, here you're going to have b squared. And then here you're going to have 4, because 2 squared is 4. Then you have a squared, which is a squared, which is equals to minus c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. All right. Perfect. And then, ladies and gentlemen, this will always give you a perfect square trinomial. This is how you do a perfect square trinomial. Bracket, and then you put a square there because the two brackets are going to be exactly the same. That's why we're saying we're completing the square, because we know that we're going to end up with a perfect square trinomial. So the sign, you always take this one, the first one. So the sign, we know that it's going to be plus square root of x. Square root of x squared, I mean, is going to be x. And then let's see what is square root of b squared over 4a squared. You can see that the square root of b squared will be b. And then the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of a squared, it's a. So here you're going to have b over 2a, which is equals to, okay, let me rewrite this. Now I'm going to put the minus c that side. So I have b squared, right, over 4a squared minus c over a. I just rewrote there using commutative property of addition, right? Perfect. And then from here, let's see what we need to do. We can square root both sides. I'm going to rewrite my thing here, plus b over 2a squared. We need to remove that square, so I'll square root, then equals to b equals to, let's see there, equals to b squared over 4a squared minus c over a, right? But this must be under the square root, né? Then there's a plus minus there. Sharp. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this square root cancels that, right? This cancels the 2. So here you're left with x plus, but you don't need to show the cancellation. Eh? You should just know that it cancels so that your work remains neat. So you are left with x plus b over 2a, which gives us square root of plus minus. Let's do LCD inside then. So if you check here, ladies and gents, your LCD is 4a squared, right? So to make the bottom the same, I need my bottom to be 4a squared. There's a minus sign there, okay? This one already have the whole part of 4a squared, so it's just going to be b squared. But here I need to multiply by 4a and 4a, so that I can also have 4a squared when I multiply these two. But on top, I'm going to have 4ac, you see it? Because it's 4a times c, so it's 4ac. All right. Perfect. And then you have this now. We have x equals to negative b over 2a. I moved this that side, so it becomes a negative since it was a plus there. Then you have plus minus. If you check here, guys, we can apply this rule. Remember, laws of sets. This can be written as that all over that 4a squared. So if you have a fraction under one root, you can divide the root into, you can divide the fraction into their own roots, basically. So here, because there's a minus, we can't do anything. We'll just leave it like that, which is b squared over, minus 4ac. But this is perfect square. 4 becomes 2, a squared becomes a, if you remove them under the root. So this will be all over 2a. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we can see that our bottom now is the same, is 2a and 2a. No need for us to do further calculations there. So you have negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. And that is your quadratic formula proven. Thank you very much for your time and watching this video. If it made sense, please leave a thumbs up and a comment. And don't forget to advise your family and friends to join the family of Maths Fanatics 24/7. Aluta continua. Tango.